Before we begin the episode, I would like to thank our sponsor, Field Queens, an Irish-owned GAA and leisurewear brand created by two inter-county players, Una White and Orla Duff. The girls have put aside their inter-county rivalries to create Ireland's first ever GAA glove specifically designed and tailored fit to the female hand. Field Queens are empowering future generations and offer a 15% team discount on gloves and are proud to be stocked in 10 stores nationwide. Having only started this venture in 2021, they have steadily grown their product line to include their original Empower gloves, bobble hats, snoods and water bottles. They're excited to launch a brand new blackout glove to the market this month, so be sure to keep an eye out on their social media at Field Queens and their website fieldqueens.ie for more. Welcome back to the Sideline Live podcast. You can follow us over on Twitter and Instagram at the Sideline Live. We'd love to hear from you. On episode 65, I am delighted to be joined by Westmeath Star and Intermediate Player of the Year, Sarah Dillon. Sarah also picked up Player of the Match in the All-Ireland Intermediate final at just 20 years of age. In this episode we discuss her career, playing basketball, injury, recovery and so much more. I hope you enjoy. Hi Sarah, thanks a million for joining me on the podcast.
Hi Orla, thanks a million for having me on.
Before we get into everything, I'd like to give the guest about 30 seconds or so to give their elevator pitch to the listeners who might not know who they are.
Yeah, so my name is Sarah Dillon. I'm 20 years old and I play county football for Westmeath Ladies, and I play my club football for Milltown Ladies also in Westmeath, and I am currently studying in AIT. I'm in my second year.
Brilliant. So growing up, who or what got you involved in sport?
Oh, definitely my parents. Sport mad. Mum was mad into basketball. Dad played GAA the whole way up. Everyone in the family is just mad sports fans. So, and Dad has actually been my coach since underage.
Okay.
So I'm still is now for senior for club. So
how do you find that dynamic?
Oh yeah, no, it's good. I enjoy it. These great conversations over the dinner table. But
yeah, I'd say
it's always what we can improve on. But
yeah.
I know it's brilliant.
Yeah, that's good. And your mum, did she play basketball, was it?
She did indeed, yeah, growing up. And then we would have played community games and stuff. And she would have coached then all the way through. So she got me for the love of basketball then as well. Taught me all my basics from a young age. So
you're on a serious Liffey Celtics team. Talk us through some of that.
Yeah. Yeah, no. So I joined under 16. So I was playing in Longford, but that team kind of folded, so I went and I was talking. I would have played Ireland with Ciara Bracken, Erin Bracken's sister.
Yeah.
And then she was coaching that team at the time, her and Anya O'Connor. So they just asked me to come up, and I was like, yeah, definitely. So we ended up winning the under 16 All Ireland, and we won Dublin Cup as well. And then that team stayed together, such a good group of girls. You just get that group.
Yeah.
And that we all just kind of stuck together. And then we went on and won the under 18 National Cup, the Hula Hoops National Cup. So
brilliant.
That was brilliant as well.
That's cool. Ciara's some player, isn't she?
Unreal. Oh, you'd be in awe of her all the time. Yeah. Absolutely class. Yeah.
I was in awe of her and I was playing against her. That's how good
she's
she is.
Exceptional. You're trying to, me and her would always have to end up marking each other. Both point guards, and I'm just like, no. And Erin had put us on the same team all the time. And I'm like, thank God.
Brilliant. And how did you balance both growing up? Obviously at underage, it's a little bit different, particularly if you're just playing club. But as you mentioned there, Ireland teams, I'm presuming you're involved in underage inter-county teams. Yeah. How difficult is it to balance both? I'm just conscious that there's probably listeners and younger girls following and just kind of wondering, geez, how do I balance both? How did you do it?
Yeah, well, it is hard. So sometimes you do have to say to coaches, look, I'm after having this day, that day. Sometimes you go play a school game, you have to go to training that evening, you're just kind of can I just take it easy? Something like that. You kind of have to know your body and just know what you kind of need to train somewhere. So let's say you had a football game at the weekend, maybe definitely get your training in for that. And just, that's pretty much it. Yeah, it was kind of hard. It was Mom was kind of telling me, this, that, and you just want to do it all when you're younger. Yeah. But yeah, you just have to kind of, and then later on I kind of picked up a few injuries, so I just had to stick to football.
Yeah.
Hopefully now I'll get back to basketball now, back being full fitness. But you do have to mind your body and listen to your body. If you feel something, take a rest. You're better off taking one training off instead of being out for so long,
Exactly, listen to your body, and even just having that individual approach. Yes, you're involved in a team, but kind of have to be a little bit selfish in
Yeah,
terms of like
definitely.
you're not, not everyone is going to be doing the same thing as you, and you have to
Yeah,
be kind of like, you're looking at everyone else. Oh God, everyone else is moving well, but that's because you've had 2 basketball games this week already. You kind of have to
yeah,
take that into account.
yeah. Like you're the person who's gonna. It's your body. You do
Yeah,
have to look after yourself. Like as you said, you do really have to be selfish, and that will help you in the long run. Like and
absolutely.
improve your game then overall.
What are the specific things that you've noticed from basketball playing into Gaelic football? Like, it's an early cliche. I'm really sick of the conversation, but I'd love to get your perspective as a player of both.
Oh
What
yeah.
do you see from both? Is there a huge crossover for you, do you think?
Oh, fitness wise, anyways, basketball is constant sprinting, up and down, up and down. So definitely that. But even just like catching, even like you're defending, you can't, especially ladies football, no contact, basketball, no contact. So that does help a lot as well. But I feel like definitely the feeling of the ball, like just catching is what you're constantly doing kind of in basketball. And then pretty much that's it. Yeah. There's definitely a crossover. Like you see the people who like are both like you just be so athletic. Even people who are really good at football, like they just played basketball in school. You can see like they're
Yeah.
a sports person, like really good. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. What's Erin Bracken like as a coach? I've had her on the podcast, but what is she like from a player's perspective? I want to get the
Oh,
inside here.
oh, she's unreal. Yeah, we'd her and Anya O'Connor.
Yeah.
Just like they're just so good to players. Like you could literally ask her anything. She's literally like a friend to you, but like still your coach. Like just so approachable. I absolutely unreal. Yeah, we all
Class. There you
absolutely
go.
loved her.
Erin, you better
Yeah.
be happy with that shout out.
Yeah.
The 2015 All Ireland Club final, you were 14 playing in it, which is one thing. And then you scored a cracking goal. I think you lobbed the keeper. Talk us through a little bit of that there. How did that? Your dad's the coach, so probably because he
Yeah, that is
drafted
the
you in,
coach.
but talk us through playing in an All Ireland final at 14.
Yeah, I was actually only talking about this not too long ago, and I was saying when you're that age, you don't really think of like games being so serious. It was kind of All Ireland. I was kind of thinking, oh, another match, like.
Yeah.
And then I went in and I don't know, I just kept running, kicked, and thankfully it went in the back of the net. And I'll say I meant it. Whoever asked
Yeah.
me, I'm like, yeah, definitely.
Brilliant. Growing up then, who were your role models? Who were your favourite players, maybe in both sports, and why did they stand out to you?
Well, growing up, definitely in Westmeath, likes of Fiona Claffey, just such an inspiration. And then Jennifer Rogers in my own club, she's playing for Westmeath as well. But outside that, I used to Sinead Goldrick, like I'd looked up to her so much. She's an absolutely exceptional player, like, and just even the work rate of like every Dublin player, you just see that, and I think it's improved so much. Like you don't just have like one hero now. Like there's so many people like on every team. Like you're just like in awe of everyone.
Yeah. What's it like then becoming teammates with the two girls there?
Yeah, really good. Well, thankfully, Raj is my Milltown teammate, so I've had her for a while. But yeah, it's just so nice.
That's good. What advice did you get from the likes of Fiona coming into an intercounty setup, and what did you learn from your first year getting called up senior? And what age were you at the time? Sorry, I'm skipping a couple of steps, but what age were you going in?
Um, I'd say, what age did I say? About 17, 18 for my senior. I played a bit of league, but my shoulder was kind of
Okay.
dislocating in and out in each match, so I kind of had to choose what I played. Um, I think I got to played Dublin in the Leinster final. It was straight through,
Yeah.
but I actually only ended up being able to play 10 minutes
Because
because my
was your
shoulder.
shoulder popping in and out? What you were saying? What?
Yeah, so we actually had a tournament up in Belfast for basketball.
Okay.
We had like 2 games that morning and we had another one that evening then. And everything was going fine. 1 or 2 games were in the last game. And I think it was like maybe 3 or 4 minutes left in the match. I kind of just reached out for a ball and my shoulder felt weird. I was like, what the hell? Then it was fine. I was like, and then Aaron's like, no, get off. I was like, right, fine. Got off and it was still like so sore, but we had like games the next day as well. And I was like, oh, I'm not giving in, like not saying it's sore or whatever.
Yeah.
And two of the girls like snuck down to the bar to get me ice to like, I thought that was gonna like heal me. But he did that or whatever. Still in absolute agony. Aaron's like, how are you okay to play? I'm like, yeah, fine.
Was your shoulder popped out? Was it?
Yeah,
Or
but
was
it went
it?
back. It goes back
Oh,
in like,
sorry,
yeah,
right.
yeah.
I was like,
And
is your
then
shoulder still
no, no,
popped out
no.
at this point?
So I played next game. I got through like the whole match again.
Wow.
Last 3 minutes
Yeah.
went again. It kind of was like subluxing, so it went in and out like really quickly.
Okay, right.
So I got through that game or most of the game, and then it went again. And I was like, I didn't really know what it was at the start.
Yeah.
went to physio, yeah, that's what it was. And then it just kind of kept happening for months. And then it just started fully kind of dislocating.
Okay.
That I'd
Oh
have to go
God.
like to A&E to like just
Yeah.
get it back in. But it was the year I was doing my leaving cert and it was my right arm. So I was like, I don't want to get surgery, and
Yeah.
have someone else to write for me or whatever. Yeah. So then I got it done about, I think it was the August, just got it pinned up.
Yeah.
And,
God. And
and
did you get the other one done as well? Was it
yeah.
both? Oh
Yeah.
God.
So yeah. And then I was back about 3 months, I'd say. And then I knew I just kind of went once and I knew I didn't leave it as long. I was like, I'll just get it
Yeah.
done like
Okay.
straight away. But thankfully both of them are perfect now. So
Okay, that's good. I just want to
yeah.
quickly speak about leaving cert there. There's a good few listeners that have been in touch about balancing school. How did you do it in terms of basketball, football, school, and just trying to navigate even just the social part of it? Like, how difficult was it to go through 6 year doing everything you were doing?
Yeah, I'm probably not the best person to ask, but I was so into my sport and all my studies. But yeah, I guess just keep on top of everything. Like you need, like if you have training that evening, just get your homework done. And if you have
Yeah,
an exam, just get literally, don't procrastinate anything.
yeah.
Just get it done
Don't
and
do
you'll be
what I
thankful.
did, which is procrastinate.
Yeah, literally what I did. Don't do what I did. Yeah, just get it done and you'll be thankful for it in the end.
Yeah, exactly. Oh, stop. And I nearly found, I don't know about you, but the days I didn't have training, I got nothing done
Just
because I was
rest.
too
Yeah,
busy.
you just rest.
Yeah, and then the days I had training done, or I did have training, I would get it done because I was like, oh, I have to go
Yeah,
training.
because you're in that motivation, like, no, I want to go to training. I need to get
Yeah,
this done. Yeah,
exactly. And I made a stupid decision. I remember around, was it the mocks or something, or when was it? It was some stupid time. And I was like, I'm not going to train, I'm going to study. Sure, I sat on my phone and I did nothing. And it was the most unproductive day I've ever had. And after
yeah,
that point, I was like, no, I have to go training.
yeah. I think always go to your training.
Yeah,
Like
always go.
it's great to get out as well. I know
Yeah,
you do have to study, but it is great to get out and see your friends. Just it's only an hour. Like use that as your break. Take it as your break, see everyone, and just clear your head. Like
exactly. Was it just both your shoulders in terms of injury wise? Is that everything? Did you do your knee or something?
yeah, so I didn't. I actually did my two ACLs. Like I'm actually.
Oh, you did both?
Yeah. So I was 15 when I did my first ACL.
Okay. How did
Yeah,
you
I was
find
15.
that being so young?
Yeah, it was really tough.
Yeah.
As I said, like I didn't even know what an ACL was at that stage. You hear some people and you're like, that's never going to happen to me.
Yeah, you think you're invincible
But
nearly.
yeah, yeah, no, it's tough, like mentally as well, just trying because you're training by yourself. You're so used to being out with everyone else pushing you on, then you're kind of just like, oh, I'm by myself.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was tough, but I got there in the end, thank God.
Yeah. Which did you find tougher, the physical side of things or the mental side of things with the injury?
Definitely mentally. Like I could do everything. I was like able to do everything in the gym. That was fine. Like, but then you're kind of watching girls play the game, and you're like, oh, I want to be out there so bad.
Yeah.
Like you're nearly jealous of people who can play. You're like,
Yeah.
you're just angry. You're like, and then you feel like you're fine. I remember, I think it was like my first knee. So like Santry do like a thing where you do like a 3-month checkup, 6-month checkup, and 9-month checkup. So like each stage they tell you like, oh, you can go and do some more jump and you can do like different runs, whatever, change of direction.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was like my 6-month checkup and I was like feeling absolutely class. And I was like, gee man, so like, am I okay to go back and train? Like, and he was like, no. He's like, no, we'll do some change of direction. I was like, I like cried in his face. I was like, you're not serious. Like, I thought I'd be back like training next week. But
Yeah.
no, you do. It's a long injury, and you do have to wait the 9 months or maybe 10 sometimes for some people. But it's better off in the long run taking an extra month and just getting it stronger. Like
Yeah, exactly. I didn't do my ACL, but I had a big injury as well, and the physio, he explained it really well because I'm like you, I was gunning to get back every session.
yeah.
When can I go back? And she was like, "Oh, you're still on crutches. Will you relax there?"
Yeah,
And
yeah.
and she was like, "For every week that you wait, you're eliminating like 50% chance of injury." And when she
Yeah,
said that to me,
yeah.
it was like, okay, I can calm down here. I can go back to my walking on my crutches.
Yeah.
But it's like you said, like it's nearly worth it in the long run. Sacrificing, yes, you're jealous and you're angry, and I've had all of those emotions, and it's awful. But it's worth sacrificing that, waiting that extra session or skipping that match to make sure that you're okay. Because obviously with girls, the chances of redoing it, I know you did your other one, is so high. We have to, us in particular, have to be really, really conscious of we can do this again really quickly.
it's scary, the numbers of people who are doing it. My sister actually did hers against Clare this year in the quarterfinals. Yeah, so we've been hit hard enough with them. But even just like, I even sometimes try to do the rehab with her just because it's just so lonely, like, you know.
Yeah.
I used to be like buzzing to go to physio. I was like once a week, like, yes, like, oh my God, unreal. And then when you get your appointment in Sanctuary, you're like so excited for it. Like, even though you're just going to be told, they're probably coming out, oh, you're doing this wrong, whatever. But still, you're excited to do something and see if you're progressing, like, you know.
Yeah, exactly. How's your sister getting on with it?
Yeah, she's not too bad. She's getting there. She's nearly back running. So hopefully June or July she'll be back playing.
Okay, great. What's it like having your two sisters with you? Is it probably over lockdown? It's probably a good thing because then you weren't.
Oh yeah, thank God. Like, do training together, like, it's always, we're a very competitive family as well.
Oh, right, okay.
So like doing our runs, it was like you were definitely giving it your all anyway, so you didn't want her to win, you didn't want me to win. Yeah, no, it's really nice playing with them as well.
That's good. What happened with the second one? Talk us through a little bit of that. And in terms of, is it worse knowing what's ahead when you do it again, or is it better that you can say, right, I've done this before and I know everything I have to do? But like, how difficult is it?
I think in both ways, like, you're kind of like scared. You're like, crap, I know what I felt when I did the first one, like, it's going to be the same. But then it's nice to know like what tests you're going to have to do, what you have to get yourself up for. So I did my second one about 3 or 4 months after.
Okay.
I just jumped for a ball and whatever way I landed, and I just knew straight away I was like absolutely good.
Yeah.
And I remember Mom was like, "Oh, you're fine. Like, no one thinks the worst." And I was like, "Yeah, I'll try not." And then I was like walking down the hall, and I just fell. Like, my knee just went from under me, and I was like, "Oh, that's it, 100%." But yeah, I guess it is nice in a way. Like, I knew, even because I was so scared, even just going off for my first operation, like, you don't know what to expect. So in that sense, you knew how sore you're going to be, everything. Because like my hamstring, I got it taken from a hamstring graft.
Okay.
So like my hamstring was nearly the sorest part. So that was I had to rehab that as well. So I knew then, because I thought my knee was going to be sore, but the first time it was my hamstring. So then I knew for the next time, look, this is what to expect. So yeah, I guess in a way it was nice. Well, not nice, but it was helpful. It helpful to know what to expect. Yeah,
that's good. And did you find that when you did the other leg, you're only 3 months or 4 months with wait, which leg did you do first? Sorry.
I did my left leg first. Yeah.
So when you did the right leg, did you find that then, because you were relying on the left leg, that it got significantly stronger?
Yeah. See, with doing the rehab, you would have done it on both legs as well. Anyway.
Okay. Sorry.
So
okay.
In a sense, I thought I was going to be doubly like invincible, like nothing was going to happen to my other leg. But then obviously, it gave me a way to build up, I guess, the leg also that I just done. Yeah. So I guess again, it helped me in the long run. I'll just say that.
Yeah. And what's it like coming back from injury? I know what it is. I know what it's like. But for other people that don't, can you describe going back for your first session, going back to the first match, confidence-wise, worrying about re-injury, particularly after the second one? I'd say I get the sense that obviously you're going to be really heightened then about worrying about injury after the second one.
Yeah, it is so scary. And like, your confidence is down because all you think about is, last time I played, this happened to me, whatever, you know. And it is, and then people are kind of expecting you to be at the level you're at before like you left. And I find there was, even no matter how much running, whatever, every fitness thing I was doing, I still didn't feel like I was match standard, because it is that games that get your fitness for match fitness, you know. Then you're worried about that as well. But then I feel like once you kind of get the first ball, get going, you're kind of like, okay, wait, no, I can actually do this. Like, I'm fine.
Yeah, exactly. What's it like in terms of going through the injury, and even particularly during the second one, in terms of like motivation? Because I know during mine, now it wasn't ACL, but it's just like, how did you find trying to keep yourself motivated during it?
Hard. I thank God, I have such a good family, like my sisters, my mom, everything, my dad, like, they'd do anything with me if I asked them. And I also, for my second knee, I got up with a PT, Joey Cleary in Mullingar, so I was kind of going to him like 2 or 3 times a week. So that gave me the motivation to be like working with someone, even though it was just a coach. I still didn't feel like I was just by myself, and it was kind of like a guidance to help me where to get. So that definitely helped me a lot. So
that's good. You mentioned there, kind of when you're going back, everyone kind of expects you to be the same old Sarah. What's it like then trying to, even for yourself, not even like disregarding everybody else, but kind of coming to terms with, look, you're not, you know, at 100%. You're not going to be the Sarah you were before the injury right now because you're only how many months after. How did you find? How frustrating is that for you? And how did you balance that and keep going with it?
Yeah, it's tough, like especially like I'm a forward, so especially like, you know, your accuracy mightn't be as good, your passing, even just quickness of the ball, like getting your hands on the ball, like, you know, it's not like straight away, but that comes over time, like, so you're always going to get back or even better than what you were,
Yeah.
you know, before the injury. And like something that I've learned is that like my injuries are kind of like always my injuries. So I got still always like rehab my shoulders, rehab my knees, like just always do my strength work just to try keep myself steady. But no, that's what I've done. I've always like kept it as an injury, like, so I always like make sure it won't happen again.
Okay, very good. And when did you come back from the second one? Sorry.
When was that? About 2018, I would say. And then I
2018.
wasn't, yeah, 20, yeah, I'd say it was around 2018, maybe started
So
2019.
the 2020 season, you came up against Meath in the final in an empty stadium in Croke Park. Can you talk us through a little bit of that experience? What was it like playing Meath? And just from your perspective, could you see them? I don't think many people could, but could you see them going and doing what they did this year?
I actually didn't play that match.
Oh, sorry,
I was in the
apologies.
stand, so I did get to see it. Yeah, they're unreal, like absolutely amazing. And obviously you don't think that like a team who's just won intermediate is going to go straight up and win a senior. It's obviously a thing of dreams, like everyone wants to do, but you don't really think it's going to happen. But just the quality of players they have, like all over the pitch, and just the commitment and like the drive for them to win. I felt like they just weren't losing that match. Like, you know, they just had that attitude, and I felt that kind of happened with us this year in the final. Like even obviously, I it's different when you're not playing, but like just to see like the heartbreak of the girls, like, and then I feel like everyone this year just gave like 120%, just not feel like that again. And I felt like that's what Mead did after they'd lost like the previous year. Just they're like, that's not happening again.
When you come back in as a group this year, what's it like then going to that back to that first session after the final? Is the final a discussion point? Is it left in 2020? What's the approach there?
Yeah, so the final loss was obviously just left, and hoping we get there again. But we kind of just took each game as it came. Like we didn't want to look too far ahead. I think every girl was just so up for it. But we kind of went out against, it was Longford in the first round, and they actually beat us after extra time. So I think that was kind of the wake up call. I think like some girls, maybe we just thought like, you know, we were here last year, this is going to be okay.
Yeah.
So, and then at every game, we just gave it everything. And because in the whole championship, like no one knew who was going to win. Like every game was kind of going the opposite team. Someone who won the last match wasn't winning the next game. So like it was actually really good. It was a good way to be because we just took it game by game.
Very good. Can you talk us through a little bit of the influence that Fiona Claffey has? Like, a phenomenal player, obviously, but in terms of her leadership, in terms of what she brings to the team outside of her physical ability, what's her influence like?
Oh, she's such a great person, like on and even better off the field. Like I actually don't think I've ever heard her say a bad word about one person. Like she's absolutely amazing, and she just drives absolutely everyone on. Like, oh, there's no words to describe her. She's absolutely class. But I actually remember, like, I think it could have been like my first game at Westmeath, and she just come up to you after the game, like, well done, it's great to have you there, or just little things like that. She includes absolutely everyone, and she's phenomenal.
Brilliant. Can you describe the attitude that it takes to be an intercounty player and be an elite intercounty player at your level, obviously player of the year, but can you describe that to people that don't really, like players, let's say, that might not think attitude is an important thing? What is it like at that level?
Yeah, attitude is so important. Like, and just like hard work. Like I know you train maybe 3 days a week on the pitch, but it's the stuff you do outside of training. You know, your nutrition, your sleep, getting your gym in. Like it's the little things that make you the elite player that you have to be. You know, for intercounty football, and just practicing on everything, like being able to hand pass with your right and left hand. You know, being confident and kicking. If you get stuck kicking on your right, be able to kick on your left. Like it's just the little things that make you that player.
I actually found it interesting from a basketball perspective in terms of even the mentality of, like, I would find maybe more when I was growing up, and I think it's changed now for ladies, but it was always like be good at kicking, but with basketball, let's say for example it was dribbling, you have to be elite on both hands.
Yeah,
Do you think that mentality has now come into Gaelic football, particularly ladies, in terms of skills of not just being competent at kicking, but being competent on both feet?
definitely. Even it was kind of only when I came into the senior setup that I started really using my left and right hand, my left and right foot for
Mm-hmm.
like passing and everything. Because you kind of just need to get, you're so used to using your right, that's what you want to do. Maybe though when you're training, always use your left. You know, when you're training, always use your left foot if you're on your right foot, and it just then comes automatically in a game, and it's easy. You don't even think about it; it just happens. The same with basketball. Like you're so used to dribbling on both hands, and then when you do it, it's just that's just normal. That's what I do. Like you know.
Exactly. You're actually making the game easier for yourself, because if
Yeah,
you're one-sided,
exactly. Yeah,
you have to go down one side of the pitch.
yeah,
But if you can do both, then you'll actually play a bit easier. So it's funny how
yeah.
it all plays out.
If Erin's listening to this, she's definitely going to be like, you never use your left hand. She used to give out to me so much. Use your left hand. I'm like, okay.
What do you think is the most underrated skill in the game at the moment? Is there anything that we're overlooking as players or coaches that you're like, why aren't people practicing this?
I think I've just said it there, but like definitely the left hand and right-handed hand pass
Yeah.
and kick.
Okay.
We just kind of said that, but yeah, I do think that, but it just comes in handy whenever you need it. So I would say that.
Okay. And how often would you get out, let's say, maybe not so much in season because you're so busy, but in the off season, how often would you practice by yourself?
Yeah, so I literally just the football pitch is like right over behind my field, so
Oh,
it's so
perfect.
handy. I'm so close, so I do go over a lot just to practice my kicking like all the time. Before games now, I would always go over like the day before. But other
Okay.
than that, I go down training early. But in off season, probably just even once a week, or just getting keeping your hand on the ball, like
Okay. Yeah. What do you do, let's say that day before the game or before training? What sort of kicks do you take? Do you have a routine, or is it just going out for the crack?
So if I had about 8 balls, I literally just look at the goals and I just kick them out randomly wherever they go. I kick from
Okay.
there, and then
Okay.
always have to end on a score. That's
Oh
something
yeah,
I
I'm the
always do.
same. I'm the
Yeah,
same. Or I'll go
I don't
home.
leave. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I'll
Or
be kicking
like
myself going
before,
home.
yeah, or before a match, like I always just have to kick it over the bar. Like if I miss, I'm like, no, I'll have to go kick it over the bar.
That's
You
gas.
just like, yeah, I can actually do this. And then you're like, okay, I'm doing this.
Do you have any sort of other pre-game routine? Are you superstitious?
Uh, in some things, yeah. I actually always plait my hair the same. That's kind
Okay.
of something I always do. But other than that, not really. No.
Okay. You've nothing major. Okay,
Yeah,
fair
no,
enough.
nothing too serious. I know there's some people who are very
Some
serious,
people
but
are real
no.
particular. Same
Some people are like
socks or
right be
something.
on first, left stop, right there. You're like, what? Like, okay.
Do you find it hard to balance sport and college social life, like, and kind of not keep them separate, but like, let's say for example, if it was a bad performance or a good performance, that it doesn't spill over into other areas of your life?
Yeah, so I think maybe obviously you try to like leave a loss on the pitch, but then
Mm-hmm.
you're obviously always just thinking about that evening, and you're going
Yeah.
to be in bad form or whatever. But um, I don't think I'm not too bad at that. Like once it's kind of over and done with, I'm kind of like, okay, that's gone. Let's get ready for the next thing. What can I do to improve? Like for the next match. Like if we
Yeah.
count the game, just look back on the match. Look back on what you did, and if you can improve like one thing, it's not going to happen again. And if you keep doing that, you're gonna hopefully no mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. Do you do that a lot? Would you look over matches by yourself and from the individual
Yeah,
perspective?
yeah. We'd always get the game, so yeah, I would always watch them back and just see should I have taken that shot, should I have passed, whatever. Just
Okay.
it
Yeah.
does help, like because you don't see like what goes on behind you during the match, or you
Yeah.
don't see like what run has been made.
Okay.
So it is good to look back and on yourself and just reflect on like the game.
Is there anything in particular you've kind of spotted that you were like, oh, I didn't know I did this? Particularly maybe when you started watching video, I'd say it's a bit strange watching yourself for the first time and seeing your different like trends and what you tend to do.
Yeah, definitely from like a defensive point of view, like as a forward. I remember our first few games actually at Westmeath, like just even kickouts wise, I was just kind of like not doing what I should have been doing. And then
Okay.
like we worked on that, and that helped us then in the long run to like press on kickouts or whatever. And it made me like more aware that I had to be actually really tight on the player, not just
Hmm.
giving them an inch, So I guess that helped, yeah.
Is there much feedback in terms of you talking to management, them giving you feedback, or vice versa?
Yeah, like I think everyone like taking advice is even if it's criticism, it will help,
Yeah,
and hopefully you won't do it again. And I think like if people have to give out, fair, because you learn from your mistakes, and it's the only way you're going to improve as a player to get taught that.
exactly. In terms of the final, you won by 25 points. It was superb performance from you, obviously. But at what stage of the match did you kind of realise that this is it, we're gonna win?
I make this joke a lot because my sister Tracy, she's actually played midfield at the time, and she like would never go for her own score. And I
Okay.
remember she scored a point that day, and I was like, "Oh my god, this is it! Like this is actually it! Like we're winning." And I always make the joke here, but no, I
Your
even
poor
just think,
sister.
yeah, no, she knows we always make the joke.
Yeah.
No, there was like the 2 weeks coming up to that game, we were in the Cusick Park at the time, like training, and everyone was just so in tune. Like I
Okay.
don't think anyone was going to Crow Park and not coming home with a medal. Like everyone was just so up for that game,
Yeah.
and I think like every person, like a player set the standard, like they really do. And I think every person was on the same page. Everyone knew what we had to do, and thankfully, it just clicked for us on the day.
And was that a conversation that was had that, look, we all need to be on the same page, or was it just this collective kind of coming together and realising, everyone looking around each other, oh, this is it, like we just really need to
Yeah,
go here?
I think it was just a collective effort by everyone. Everyone just looking around, but like, okay, we're here. We
Okay.
can, we have a good shot at this, and like, because we played Wexford earlier on the year, and it was such a tough, like, it was such a tough game in the All Ireland final as well.
Yeah.
I don't think the score kind of reflective
Mhm.
of how good Wexford played too. But we knew it was obviously going to be a massive challenge, and everyone just came together on the day collectively, as you said, and just happened.
You mentioned there the standards that you have as a team. Who sets the standards, and without giving away the secrets, obviously, but what is the standard within the group? What do you hold accountable to each other?
Just like everyone just doing everything as best as they can, like no one being sluggish. Like if I see even a back make a block, that absolutely drives me on to be like, look, they're actually making a block. I have to go score for them.
Hmm.
That's it's the backs who like actually make the scores. So I think everyone just working together, everyone just on the same page, just kind of, and everyone has to set, every person has to be on the same page to have the same standard across, each player.
Absolutely. You had a great performance that day. You won player of the match. Talk us through some of the game in terms of going into Crow Park, and presume this was your first time playing in Crow Park.
Yeah,
What was that like?
yeah, unreal. Yeah, it was very, very good. You just kind of walk out and you're like, oh my god, so
It was a lovely
big,
day
but
as well.
yeah, it was
You'd
so
always
warm.
dread
Yeah,
if
it
it
was
was like
lovely.
lashing or something. That'd be
Yeah,
like,
no, it was such a nice day.
yeah,
Compared to the girls playing during the Christmas time last year. Um, no, but yeah, it was really nice.
yeah,
You're just kind of in awe, like, I'm
yeah,
actually here. Yeah.
yeah. In terms of the 2022 season, I have to say, particularly great for Leinster football. I think all four semi-finalists
Yeah.
in the intermediate were from Leinster. In terms of the 2022 season and beyond, for yourself, for Westmeath, what is the potential there with the group?
Yeah, it's gonna be a tough season. Obviously, playing back up senior football and then playing Division One.
Mm.
Um, it is going to be hard, but we just want to give it our best shot. Goes give it everything we can, and that's all you can really ask for. It's where we wanted to be last year. It's where you wanted to be, like playing senior football. And it's the best of the best, so
Mm.
you have to beat the best to be the best. So
Exactly.
yeah,
You won Player of the Year. Talk us through that whole side of things in terms of emotion, because describe, like, going through the journey you've described there for me, and listening to you hear about the two shoulders, the two knees. What was that like, picking up that award?
yeah, it was really special. Like from previous years, I was just looking on, watching Westmeath, and I'm like, I used to
Mm.
think to myself, are you ever going to get there? It's like, is
Yeah.
that ever going to be? But I actually have to be so thankful for Sean Finnegan, our Westmeath coach. Like he literally always gave me a chance. Like there's some trainings, you just get in such a rut. Like, no, I don't want to go watch or whatever. And
Yeah.
he'd always ring me and be like, please come in, girls would love to see you or whatever. So he like kept faith in me that like, that he wanted me on the squad and always included me in absolutely everything.
Hmm.
So I guess it finally paid off.
Yeah.
And then win the award. Well, win the All Ireland was unreal, and then win the award was extra special. definitely, especially being up alongside like Lisa McCartan and Neva D,
Mm-hmm.
and then being nominated and stuff by your players was really nice as well.
What do you think you've done over the years in terms of all your training and preparation that has allowed you to be the player you are today? Is there anything particular or a broad range of things that you can pinpoint that you're saying, right, I really credit this is what I've done to be the player I am now?
Definitely strength and conditioning. Like the game has become not more physical, but like everyone is kind of just at a higher standard
Mm-hmm.
and everything. And even like mentally, like prepping, whatever, just taking like each minute by minute. Like if you kick a bad pass, like okay, that's finished. Like we're into the next minute of the game, and just kind of take each game as that, and just be able to think of that and like refocus yourself. Don't like dwell on the bad things, but focus on what good can happen and what did happen.
Do you think the game is more physical or mental when you're at that level? What do you think?
That's a tough one. Probably mental, but mentally because like if you like someone if you take if you don't score, it can affect you for the game. So if
Mm-hmm.
you're in a mindset of where you're just like okay, relax, this is next minute, it can either go really good or really bad. So mentally, probably yeah.
You mentioned the strength in the game now. In terms of the tackle, this is kind of a controversial question maybe, but with the rules, do you think that they should let more go? Do you think that there should be a rule change to allow more physicality in the ladies' game, or do you think it should be left the way it is?
Yeah, it's controversial. No, I do think more physicality. Like everyone's in the gym training, everyone's getting stronger. Like girls are at that level, they're able to, they're able to take it. We're able to do that. Like so, like why not?
Would you rather score the winning point or make the winning block? That's a difficult one
No,
as a forward as well.
yeah, I'm gonna be selfish and say score.
Big loopy score into
Yeah,
Crow Park.
yeah.
Exactly. I'm going to move on to the sideline 7. It's the same 7 questions at the end of every episode. I just realised I didn't actually send you these. Sincere apologies. So this is off the bat. Your pure reaction.
I listened to a few
Oh,
episodes.
did you? Oh, grand.
Yeah.
Perfect. Good stuff. So question 1, what is your favourite quote?
If you're afraid of failure, you don't deserve to succeed.
Who said that? That's brilliant, actually.
I actually don't know. I just seen it, but it was something that always came back to me because people would always like to me, like, "You're not afraid you're going to injure yourself again. You're injured yourself again." I'm like, no, like, I'm
Leave me
going
alone.
to. People used to always like, "Would you not just stop playing?" I'm like, no, no, yeah.
Question 2, what's the best sporting event you've been to? And you can pick one as a fan and one as a player. It's up to you.
Okay. Probably a lot as a player, but I would say the 2015 All Ireland Club final. Yeah, that like my dad's physio, or my dad's the coach, my mom's physio, and then my two sisters playing. So it was just such a family event, and
Yeah,
then with the club, it was just that was really good.
that's lovely.
That's something I don't think I'll ever forget. Yeah.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Question 3, what's been the biggest setback or challenge so far in your career, and how did you react to it?
I have a good few. obviously, all my injuries. But I definitely do think it was my first shoulder. So just getting over my two knees, I thought, look, this is it. There's nothing else more I can do.
Mm-hmm.
And then when my shoulder happened, I was like, I don't know how I was going to get through it. Like, but thankfully I did. So I'd say that was definitely the longest process of trying to get over what actually happened and just get back into playing.
Question 4, what's been your biggest achievement on or off the pitch?
Biggest achievement? I would probably say the under-18 National Cup of basketball. That was really special. Or then obviously last year was amazing with winning All Ireland, and then topping it off with Player of the Year.
Brilliant. Looking back, you're only 20, but looking back, what advice would you give your 18-year-old self?
Yeah, so that wasn't too long ago. But I just guess take each day as it comes and just really never give up.
Brilliant. For any of the younger girls listening, what advice would you give those that want to play inter-county football? Is there any, I've kind of put this in as a question, like a 3-point checklist that would, like, obviously it's not going to be those 3 specific things, but is there anything in particular that you would give them advice on?
Definitely keep practicing the basic skills, because it's what comes in handiest, obviously just give it everything you can.
Who would be your dream dinner guest and why? And you can open up the table to a few people here if you want.
Okay. So definitely Dermot Kennedy would be one.
Yeah.
Absolutely obsessed. He's amazing. Probably Alex Morgan.
Yeah, Alex, she'd be great for the podcast. I'm trying to get her on. I don't think that's going to happen though.
Unreal. They're unreal, the American team. And maybe Ellen Pompeo.
Okay, very good.
Yeah.
What's kind of on your pre-game playlist? Is there any particular music you like to listen for a game?
I actually listen to a mix of music, so Dermot Kennedy obviously, but not really pre-game.
Yeah.
No, I do really like Drake as well. Just
Okay.
whatever,
Just whatever.
is kind of popular at the minute.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not too fussy.
Okay, very good. Last question before I let you go. If your life was a book, what chapter would this be called?
Oh man, this is a tough one. Maybe a work in progress.
Okay, so you're setting yourself up here for big things.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Sarah, thank you so much for coming on the podcast. Wishing you the very best of luck with football, with basketball, with everything. And thanks again.
Thanks a million for having me. Thank you.
A massive thank you to Sarah for joining me on the podcast today. I thoroughly enjoyed our chat and I hope you got something from it. At only 20 years of age, she has already established herself as a star on the pitch, and hopefully we'll see her back on the court very soon. If you are enjoying the podcast, I would really appreciate if you leave a rating and a review over on Apple Podcasts and now Spotify, as it really does help the show grow. Thanks as always for listening, and I'll catch you in the next one.